Welcome to MJ's Garden Chat, episode 46.1. Hopefully, it's just point one and not point two because of the technical difficulties. I really think it was because I needed to update the app. So if you are having any technical difficulties, maybe try updating it. Maybe they worked out the kinks. But yesterday's conversation broke up into two, and then the second half became the intro, and it was a mess, and I don't know how to save it. So here we are again. But all is well. How is everyone today?
Good.
Good
Good, good. Did everyone stay warm?
for the most part.
Yeah, my area, they sent out a freeze warning. It was like,
Oh,
turn on your
wow.
heat, close your windows until Friday.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
hmm
That's crazy. We just got the okay to, well, not the okay to send the kids back, but our area Monday was closed and then today was closed too. So the kids are just going back from winter break tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Might
Mhm.
as well give them the whole week. Please.
No, literally. Like they're all literally. It's funny too because my I made it every few months I'll have a TikTok that'll go viral,
Mhm.
and obviously this is my time of month. Dude, so I made a TikTok about the snow and how I thought that it was crazy that they had canceled the day before and we didn't like it still wasn't snowing yet. And I only said that like I wasn't saying it was like a bad thing. Everyone hold your mules because people came for me in the comments on TikTok. But in Massachusetts, I remember growing back in my day. I remember like having to wake up in the morning and watch the news and wait
Yeah.
for the like our town to pop up on the little like announcement board, you could say, to see if we had school or not. And it would be snowing as we're looking on the TV and we would still have school.
Right. So, but I think it also depends on whether or not the area is equipped to like clear the snow and
Oh
stuff like
no, of
that.
course, of course.
But I know what you're talking about though, because when I was here in Virginia back in school, same thing. Even if it was raining that night, it was no guarantee that you were definitely not going to have school the next day, because sometimes by the time you wake up in the morning, the snow would have been gone enough.
Gone. No, literally, and that's literally what happened. What was it, Sunday night into Monday? So I remember, like, I recorded it, and it was like not. I don't want to say heavy snowfall, but it was sticking to the road, so it looked like there was a substantial amount. It was probably maybe an inch or two, if that. But by the time I woke up in the morning, it was gone. Like
Yep.
it had rained throughout the night, so all the little snow that was there, it melted away.
Well, I guess maybe they do it for icy roads because I don't think they have the proper things. They don't have the salt
The
proper.
salt.
They don't
Yeah.
have anything correct. And then especially over there, there's a lot of everybody is like a subcontractor. So like they're given a certain area to plow. Like you ever seen the plow trucks and they're just passing by a whole area that's like underneath snow and they
Mhm.
just pass it by
Ah.
because they have a certain area that they got paid for. So it's like a
I'm
very
so
competitive,
weak.
yeah.
They're like, we didn't get paid for that. Sorry,
No.
Nope,
not
they drive
sorry.
right past it. Like
That's right.
there was a clip on TikTok and the guy was following the guy and he's like, just put it down. Put your plow down right
Like, nope, I ain't getting paid for that to
here.
do that.
Exactly.
That's
So that's why you'll
crazy.
see like big areas where like one road is plowed and the other road that's right next to it is not plowed.
Is not
Yeah.
plowed. Like you didn't make the cutoff, sir. You were the
Mm-mm.
weakest link. Goodbye.
Exactly. Or the state was supposed to take care of them and they never came.
Oh, is that why? Okay, so this might be random and not related at all, but have you ever been like driving and then you sit and you'll see the signs where it says like town maintenance stops here?
Yep.
Would that be like
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. One's controlled by the town and one's controlled by the state, and some are controlled by the homeowner. So, like, you see the homeowners area where they all have to shovel their own part.
yep.
And then you'll see, like, some people didn't come out, or there's like elderly people that can't do
Uh,
it. That used to be a racket. As a kid, go and shovel people's snow.
yeah. Well, no, sorry. I'm saying yeah, like I did it. That was not in my entrepreneurial spirit. I didn't
Oh
like
no,
the
no,
snow.
it wasn't me. It
I
was my
was
brother.
like, wait a second. I was not out there shoveling.
Literally inside, or even if I went outside, my dad like bundled me up to the top of my nose.
Bruh, hence
You're
the
like the little
but
kid
that's
in the Christmas tale.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
literally, but that's what happens when you have island parents that come to America in the cold. What do you mean? We're confused. They're confused. It's cold.
Literally would go to school bundled up and then have to take everything off, be sweating. And then when time to go home, had to put everything back.
Everything back on. And you better not walk in the house without a glove. Where
Oh yes.
what? You get the
Right?
Oh
tail
my
cuffs
gosh.
out.
Oh my gosh. Or whose hat do you have on? Like,
Right.
I'm not, I don't
Like I just made
hats.
sure I had a hat. Like I
Exactly.
wasn't trying to get cussed out and I still ended up getting cussed out. So like, what in the world? It's crazy though, but it's crazy as parents, like how, well, not crazy. I should probably like find a different word because people think that I'm complaining when I say that. So I'm not,
Mhm.
it's more, it's mind boggling, like a crazy, just to think about all of the precautions that parents and that mothers especially do. Um, for their children even before they get here. So to know, little plot twist in the conversation, to know that there was a, I believe she was 26-year-old nurse in the NICU at Henrico Hospital
Mhm.
that was fracturing premature black babies.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
I,
crazy.
I
That
don't
is
know how
crazy.
people could do that. I don't get it.
I don't understand any these innocent, defenseless children. Like they're infants who were born just a little too soon or could have, something going on with them. For whatever reason they're sick.
Mhm.
They're even more fragile than a newborn infant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And for you to go through and just hand pick and choose which ones you're just gonna start snapping bones for
And then
no
my thing is
reason.
like, where's security? Like, where's all those cameras in a
Yeah, where are the
hospital? All of
cameras?
the other
Mhm.
nurses in the hospital, nobody's seen anything, and like it took multiple babies for that to
It
happen to,
took,
for them
I
to be
if
like,
Right.
not
maybe?
mistaken, the article that I had read, there was 3 babies that were reported this year, and then 4 babies that were reported last year.
Mm-mm.
Mm,
That is
that's crazy.
insane. Like
And then,
that's just reported. Like what about the
yeah,
ones that like didn't make, not like headlines, but like but that didn't like weren't flagged, that didn't get caught.
yeah,
Exactly. Probably, got the child home if once everything was fine, and then realized that there was something wrong with them because they kept crying, taking them to the doctor. Oh, how'd you fracture your child's leg? Like, could you imagine the implications
yeah,
for the parent at that
yep,
point?
yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep, all the accusations, all of the like we're gonna, and I think that's a part of why they did that. Like I feel like it was on purpose in order to get that type of reaction. Like
Mm,
they'll just think the parents did it
mm-hmm.
because the parents are black.
That's crazy. And the news, they're not trying to say it was a hate crime. Like I feel like people are tiptoeing around. Like no one's really like trying to blatantly say it, but it's like she's only picking black kids. Like how like
Yeah.
Right.
there's
Right.
no other way around. Like you can't say that she's not specifically targeting like a
Yes, on
specific
purpose.
group when literally all 7 of the kids that have I been identified are like spoken on have been black. Like, dude, what's your issue with black people? Like, why don't you
Yeah.
like black people? And it's just,
Yeah.
it's sad and it's scary to think that African American women are most likely to die during birth,
Mm-hmm.
anyways. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
okay, so we're pregnant, already frazzled because we're about to give birth. And then knowing that statistic is out there that we're most likely to die, anyways. So, okay, we've overcome the odds. We've had the baby now. And now we're scared because the nurse personnel might be racist and want to take your kid out.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. And you're on the medicine, so you can't even really like, you know what I mean? Pay
yeah.
Yeah.
attention and all of that stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Someone on TikTok said that white women in the nursing field are the same in comparison to police officers.
yeah. Yep. Like that whole it's like a crew and they all protect each other and they all, you know what I mean? Like they don't tell on each other.
Yeah.
And like if you tell on each other, you'll like be ousted from the crew.
Like Scouts honor, but like for adults.
Yes.
So
Literally.
it's very similar to that. And because so I, mm, um, where I work, there is very much so cliques.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not like in the clinical side of it. I'm more on the administrative side of it. So we had someone who used to be on the clinical side transfer, and she was saying that the minute that they all found out that she was transferring to the administrative side,
Mm-hmm.
it was as if she didn't even exist to them.
Oh
They're
yeah.
very cliquish.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
then
if you do something that you're not supposed to do in their eyes, they will definitely oust you.
hmm and they said it's the same thing for like doctors too. Like they said, I forget who was doing an interview, but they were saying that like in order to like get past in med school, there's like clicks to that and like you have to pay in to get into certain groups and
Hmm.
to like
What?
even be accepted into certain schools.
Are you
Yep.
serious?
Yeah. So it's like very
Nepotism.
competitive. And then like yeah, exactly. And then like that's why certain people they can't get past that part. So they get all the way. Imagine how much school you do. You get
Yeah.
all the way to that point and then somebody's like, by and by, you have to pay $600 in order to get into this crew. Like what?
Right.
I barely am paying for the school.
I'm so weak. Not a membership fee. Sorry, you can't sit with us. Relatable. I get it. I understand. I get it. Uh,
They were like,
but
you are the weakest link.
goodbye. Like, what? Sitting high and pretty. I literally cannot. These
Oh.
people, though, but that's not right because you're supposed to be. I feel like going into healthcare, like, you have to have, like, a heart for all people. Like, it
Mhm.
can't just be for, like, the people that look like you know?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. And
So,
it's so sad to see because it's like you can't even blame it on one group of people. It's like people don't go into the field because that's what they like to do, nursing. You have to have a certain type of personality in order to be a nurse, really, truly, and be good at it,
yeah.
right? But a lot of people don't go into nursing because they're compassionate or that they're because they're patient. They go into it because of all the money that they can
I
make.
was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah, people definitely going for the money, which is
Hmm.
awful because,
Yeah.
like,
Hmm.
the people on the receiving end, like, they really, like, need help. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's
So
not, and to just know that these companies, and then here comes Saint Luigi, just to know that these insurance companies, like, they're not seeing these people as individuals. They're seeing them as
right.
claims. They're seeing them because even so my first job in high school, I was working at a nursing home, and I was just looking through, like, the papers that they had, and I had noticed that it was DOE or no, DOD, No,
Mm,
DOE, date of expiration. And
okay.
my mouth dropped. I'm like, you just expired? Like, not even like date of death, like date
Nope.
DOE, date of expiration. Like, they just
Yep.
expired. And I was just,
Yeah, that's what they say in the medical field. They say
Yep.
like
yeah,
the
but
patient
like,
has expired.
Patient expired at 0800
Mhm.
hours.
yeah, like
Like
my, like,
they're a jug of milk or something.
no,
Like what?
literally. And then they just, so it's like the person died, they just wheel them out, they clean up the area, take out all their stuff, put them in trash bags, label it so their family can come get it, but then that
Oh,
room is open for the next.
the next person that didn't know somebody just passed
Yeah,
Mhm,
away
like
there.
literally. Like when
mhm.
they say there is a waiting list at a nursing home, it's yeah, they're waiting for someone to die so you can get a bed.
Yeah.
Are you guys
Oh my
crazy?
gosh. And you know what's crazy about that? That happened with the New Year's situation that just happened. And one of the girls that was she was injured during that, and she worked at Amazon, and it was like a young black girl, maybe like 20, and she said that she called Amazon and asked them for time off, like what is it called when you need like a medical time off? I forget what it's called.
Leave of
But
Well,
absence.
like not family, well, family medical leave.
FMLA.
yeah, medical, yes. So she was asking for that, and they like auto denied her. And then she was in shock. She called her mom. She called everybody, like they denied me. And her mom took her straight there. She was like, "Nope, we're going to them to see what they're talking about and why you were denied." And when she got there, the HR person was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. It wasn't us who denied you. We're giving you uh like a month or something medical leave, paid and all this stuff." Because basically what I'm thinking, this is not fact, but what I'm thinking is that it was AI that auto denied her.
Mm,
And if it wasn't like on the news and stuff and they didn't think that they would get backlash, I don't think they would give
They
it to
would have
her.
said anything. Yeah.
yeah.
They wanted her to come to work at 2 a.m. right after this stuff happened. What time did
What?
this stuff happen? When her job was at 2 a.m. and they denied her.
That's
What?
crazy. But see, and then it goes back to like put you can't put all your marbles in these companies because you're just a number. You're literally and
Mm,
you're so replaceable.
yeah.
Mm, yeah.
It's just and that's the thing though, how everything's just being like revealed to us. Dude, the Pope. The Pope.
Mm.
Speaking of revelations, we've been trying to talk about this man for weeks now. I at least since Christmas Eve when he opened the portals, like
Oh.
like we were just this man, Mr. Pope, Mr. Pope, between the Pope and Elon, but I think Elon just shined because Elon. But okay, so the Pope, Christianity, Catholicism, there's a lot going on in the Christian world. But speaking of
Mhm.
revelation, so all right, the Pope opened a portal, right?
Five
Ricky,
to be
I
exact.
feel okay. See, you've got more deets on the portal openings, but wasn't it Christmas Eve? Was it Christmas
One
Eve or was it on Christmas?
one of them was on Christmas Eve, but
Mhm.
they did them throughout. So the Pope actually opened two himself,
Okay.
and then the other three were opened by cardinals or bishops or whomever. Um, but the two that he opened, one was at St. Peter's Basilica, and the
Mhm.
other was inside of a jail. Um, I forget the name of it, but that's the one that had never been opened before.
Oh, what
Mm.
are they calling it? 'Cause I keep telling everybody it's a portal.
They call it a jubilee. And this is something that
Oh,
happens every 25 years or whenever the Pope feels it's necessary.
but
And
isn't a
so
Ah.
jubilee? Does that happen in New Orleans? Why am I getting like? Don't let me look.
I think they have a jubilee ball.
Yeah, because I'm
during
like,
Mardi
I heard
Gras.
that name before.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like, so with Catholicism, it's like every 25 years they call it a jubilee. Um I don't know like why they call it a jubilee, but this time they're saying that it's weird because of that one door that's never been opened before. And the fact that the Masons are involved in the whole operation is just kind of weird in and of itself anyway. But there's a lot to the Vatican and the Masons and the Illuminati all being intertwined, and all of that. But it's just the fact
Mm,
that once this happened, like as soon as this started happening, that's when all of these crazy things started like popping up.
of course, because you can't. The
Yeah.
portal goes both ways. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And a lot of
Yeah.
people were like, well, how can it be a portal? Like nothing's happened. We're not gonna immediate. It's not something that's gonna be immediate. It's not something
true.
that you can like visually see with your eyes. It's like things that are are unraveled as time goes on. So yeah.
Yeah, because
Point
I'm
in
looking at it.
case. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at it and it said it's supposed to be a time for reconciliation, conversion, and spiritual renewal within the Catholic Church.
Hmm. But
And it has
spiritual
roots in Jewish.
renewal of for what reason with who?
That's the that's the part that I'm scared of.
The part that you're scared of, the part that has me confused, is how they're so quick to point and say that people are demonic and playing with witchcraft, as the Pope himself is sitting here opening portals.
Mm-hmm.
Performing rituals.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Yeah, every 25 years. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that
Their
is
whole thing is ritualistic. Like, don't get me started on the communion.
no.
Yeah.
Let's talk about communion. Let's talk
Yeah.
about it first Sunday, because I know. Okay, so in Catholicism, they partake in communion every service that they do. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's every service. But in like the Pentecostal Baptist churches, they do communion every first Sunday. So it's common to see in the black churches on the first Sunday you'll see everyone in church in all white. Because then
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the service now they're gonna partake in the drinking of the blood and the eating of his bread, his
His
sacrificial
flesh.
offering.
Yes, the eating
Yeah.
of his flesh.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I didn't understand, and I was hungry, and I was like, "Let me get some juice." Yes.
I'm weak.
That's what
Let
they
me
would
get
ask
some.
me.
I'm
I mean,
so
to
weak.
be honest with you, I was the same way because I would see them pouring the grape juice in the little cups, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why can't I have some grape juice?
You
Yep.
Like,
know what's crazy? And you know and that's all right. So, and you know what my view was? So, I went to a Catholic school, mind you, baptized Pentecostal, went to a Catholic school. So, when they went to, so elementary school, first grade for the Catholic, like the Catholic school community, they do their first communion. So while we're
hmm
in school practicing for like their first communion, I couldn't practice. I wasn't Catholic, so I literally just had to sit there whenever, because
Oh.
every Wednesday we would have to go to mass, and everyone, the entire class, everyone that was in the congregation would go up, receive the offering, and I would have to sit there. Like
Me
talk
too.
about like so like what? All messed up in the
Awkward.
game.
Me too.
Like I don't
What's
like you don't even go here. Yeah, I don't go here at all. I'm not Catholic. I'm the only black little droplet in this whole church. Like,
The
yeah?
and
positive
I'm the only one
was
that can't go up. I
A
can't.
little chocolate drop.
Yeah,
the
literally.
positive to all of that for me. The positive to all of that was no confession.
Mm,
Mm,
true.
yeah, I did.
True.
Yeah, but I
I did
was
my first communion. I did it. when I was
Oh
like
wow.
13. Yeah, it was cute.
Did you have your little white dress on?
Yeah.
See,
Well, mine
okay.
wasn't completely white. 'Cause it was like it was like pink, like a
Uh,
white pink.
like, oh, I see.
But it was
I
cute.
understand. What
It
is
was
it called?
very conservative, like down
Oh,
to the knees, like button up
oh,
blouse. It
yeah,
was
because that's the thing.
cute.
Everything is very.
Are you there? I think she's muted.
Oh, that is awful. That is so awful. Lord Jesus. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good. Oh my God. What was I? Where did I leave off? Okay, so like I was conservative, right? That's where we were. That was
Yes.
the last.
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of being conservative, there's a church in Hampton, Virginia, right? So first Sunday, this past Sunday. So they were all in their white. Um, but this pastor had one of his attendants who I believe was 16. I might be wrong. She might be 19, but I'm pretty sure she's 16. But she's 16, she's pregnant. And he made her go up in front of everyone in the church and like apologize for getting pregnant out of wedlock.
Wow.
How
What about all the
disgusting.
adults that were pregnant out of wedlock?
Bruh,
Do they have to go
Exactly.
in the front and apologize?
And
Like
I'm
what?
literally.
sorry. Forgive me if this sounds a little too real, but in this day and age, you mean to tell me that she's the only teenager
Yeah,
out
that's
of
what I
that
mean. Like,
congregation to get
mm,
pregnant out of wedlock? Like, come on.
yeah, yeah.
That like
This is why some teenagers haven't been going to.
forget teenagers. This is why people
Adults,
haven't
right?
been
Yeah,
going to the church. Like this
Because of
yeah,
stuff like that has
that like
happened to them while they've been in church, or
yeah.
the teachings that they teach. Like, one of the things that I personally don't don't agree with is that we are born from sin. How is that
Mm,
sin? And why is being pregnant shameful? Ever?
mm.
yeah.
But yet Mary was under eight. Never mind. Never mind.
I'm
Okay.
so weak.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
so weak. No, it's true. It's
And
true.
she was shamed.
Mm, 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 mm.
Actually just watched there's a movie on Netflix about Mary, and it's telling the tale from her perspective and what
Mhm.
she went through. I mean, and it gets you to thinking. It really does get you to thinking, because when they're telling the stories in church, they don't talk about how she was persecuted, how she was ridiculed, how she was, talked about by everyone else. They don't talk about that.
Wow.
Yeah, I just don't like the side that they make, like the women's side seem so bad.
Exactly.
Like your period is a curse. Like everything is
Right.
terrible.
You
I
Like
can't
just
talk
don't
about it. Don't talk about your period.
literally. I just, dude, I don't know. Hampton,
Yeah.
Virginia. As
And
everyone's going ham for this date. Go ahead.
so, and she's pregnant. Where's the father?
mm, mm, mm,
That
Judging
mm.
by what
is
I've seen on the Facebook from this church, they seem very mm, cliquish.
Mm.
forget click. You're being nice. They seem cultish. What do you
Okay.
Yes.
mean?
So they're socializing within the congregation. Most likely, the father is a part of that congregation too.
Mm-hmm.
Forget a part of
Was
the congregation. He's a part of the clergy.
okay.
Listen, he's probably a deacon. If it's not the pastor himself, don't
Right.
you
True.
me.
Right.
Ain't
Yeah.
no way. Like,
So, are
what do
you going to
you
make them get up in front of the church and apologize for getting that young girl pregnant?
The men are never shamed. They're never shamed. They
I
just
just I can't believe they made that little girl. And then to okay, so if you're watching the live, you see that they're in all white because remember, just for it's first Sunday, so it's Communion Sunday. So they have like their communion table in front of the pulpit. But it's common. So, all right, so it's common in black churches for to do the communion service after the pastor preaches. So everything will all be set up, but it'll be covered with like a white cloth. This I
mm,
don't know if she like bumped up against it, leaned up against it, but they were like, don't lean on that table. Like
wow.
Yeah.
rude.
Like, so she was, because he called her up there and she was standing in front of one line of pews. And he was like, no, 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 stand over here in front of the whole congregation. And then it's like, don't touch that table.
Mm,
Dude, like,
wow.
really?
I
Like
mean,
the
this is
only
why all the
support
preacher's
she had
daughters.
was that table, and you just told her not to lean on it. Like
Yep.
Right. Like, so she's that impure. She's that unclean.
literally, like it's just I don't
This
know,
is
it's
why the
sickening.
preacher's daughters rumors.
Dude,
This is where they start. The
this is where
bullying,
they
the
start.
stress.
You know what's crazy?
Oh,
Jakes, TD Jakes himself didn't even make I'm pretty sure he did not Sarah did not say anything like that.
mm.
Talking about and she had a baby, a teen pregnancy,
Yeah.
and she
Yeah.
didn't I'm pretty sure that's not how when I was reading Power Moves, her brief recollection, they didn't. Granted, she did feel away, but they didn't make her go and say, "Oh, I'm pregnant." Like that
Yeah.
pastor is dead wrong, and now they're getting backlash to the point where the mother posted on Facebook saying that she stands with her pastor. Like, lady, you're crazy.
Yeah.
See,
But
this is why they run away. I'm telling you.
yes,
Listen.
this is exactly why. And it's also, okay, so it's not just the fact that he publicly shamed her, not just in front of the congregation. So let's just put this in perspective. Okay. So it wasn't just in front of the congregation. This church broadcasts their services
Onto
The
live on
world.
Facebook, yeah,
Facebook
streaming
Yep.
live.
for all the world to see. So not just public shaming within the church, but on Facebook Live for everyone to see. They still have it up. They still have not taken it down.
Mm.
And then you're going to tell her that she's not allowed to have a baby shower or to accept gifts.
Wow. So you don't get any help, you don't get anything. And they're using her as a like a warning. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
a target, like showing all the other teenagers like, "See, she got pregnant as a teen, and if you do
Yeah.
this, that's going to happen to you. We're going to
Yep.
shame you. We're going to out you in front of everybody." Mm-mm.
Example of
And
it.
then that people need to watch her because if later on it comes out that she either ran away or unalived or
Yeah, it's
Right.
sad to say, but yeah, because it's like she has no support, especially with her mom brainwashed right
oh
with them. Like, what do
Right.
you? And her mom, it was like this big old long. It was like a long post. I wonder if I can find it. Um,
Yeah, because she said something about many of you have been reaching out. But I wanted to let you guys know that I don't want you doing that because you're taking me out of my peace.
wow.
Right.
Okay, here it is.
Wow.
Here it is. 10 hours ago. To everyone that is concerned, we greatly appreciate it. However, I do want you to know that you all are interrupting my peace and it's causing more damage than good. You are showing up, disrupting my church, my beliefs, and disrespecting my pastor. I am where I want to be and where I choose to be. We are not forced or manipulated to stand before the congregation. My daughter
I
willingly approached the congregation and was welcomed and embraced with open arms. I stand on what I've been taught, and I'm raising my daughter to do the same. I stand with my pastor.
oh my gosh. I need both of them to blink twice if they're okay. Like they
Right,
both
right,
need to
right. Because
get out.
first of all, I'm like, okay, why are you addressing us and not your daughter?
Mm.
That's who
That
we need to hear from.
that sermon has 194,000 views right now.
Oh my God. And you know the cyberbullying already started. You
Hmm.
know the bullying in the
Hmm.
church is there. Then you have the bullying on the internet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well give her a scarlet letter and
Literally.
make her walk around with that on.
Mm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Woo.
Virginia's crazy.
Yeah. And
Virginia,
then
and people gonna tell me to
so
move back to Massachusetts. Listen, don't
and
do.
then the leader of the BLM, the local BLM movement, went to the church. You
Yeah, and
guys
he
see
said,
that?
"Look at these What did he say about the goons?
Oh, so now you're goons for the Lord.
I literally cannot,
I lost it.
Wow.
bruh.
Goons for the
Goons
Mm-mm-mm.
for
Lord.
the Lord."
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, because this man, he went into the church. He's just like, "So this is what we're doing now." And
Oh,
dude, I literally, people are wild. Virginia's crazy. So that's happening in Hampton. And then an hour up the road in Richmond, they don't have water right now.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what?
There,
Yeah.
yeah. Parts of Richmond are on a water boil warning or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Oh
other
And
parts
then
no.
the
don't
other
have it at
half
all.
doesn't have it at all. They're like, how am I supposed to
Ooh.
boil the water that's not coming out of the faucet?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And Richmond is like a mix. Richmond, there's like literally one road will have like low income, and then the other road is like big houses, like
I feel like
expensive
that's
houses.
all of Virginia, honestly, because it's like if you go in certain parts of Suffolk, for example, like driving down, you'll these nice, gorgeous, elaborate houses. You cut one fucking left turn and you're in the ghetto.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they wonder why there's like robberies and stuff. Like, hello. Mm-mm-mm.
It's too
Like,
much. I don't know, Virginia, but people in the state that are from this state go hard for this state.
Nah.
Like, dude,
Everything
I
757.
listen, I was just simply
Let
comparing
you
my
down.
experience from living in Massachusetts with snow to living in Virginia with snow. And I mean, for
to
the
be.
most part, a lot of people agreed with like what I was saying. So I
Mhm.
think the video last I checked was at 100,000 views. So we're crazy, mad people watching my little rant, tangent, whatever. Um, but the four people that were mad that I was talking about it were really mad. Like, I don't understand. Like, are you mad that you don't know how to drive in snow? Like,
I,
I don't understand what the beef is with me. And then all of these people, the collective, and I don't know if maybe it's just like a southern thing, and I don't want to stereotype or clump people into like one, generalize anyone, but if you don't like the area that you're in, you're down south and you vocalize that, they're telling you to leave. And it's like, listen, you might as well. Do you want me to leave the state, or are you trying to kick me out of the country?
I was just about
Right.
to say that they are one step away from telling you go back to.
Right.
Yeah. And like they see no problem with this, but yo, that's racist as fuck. And I don't give a flying hoot if you don't want to be called racist, you don't think it's racist, like you're living in this imaginary bubble, but that's racist. Oh,
Yeah.
go
Can you
back to where
imagine the
you
look
came
you'd get if
from.
you'd said go back where you came from?
Listen,
They would be
there
so upset. What do you mean? I'm from here. My
Exactly.
mother's
No, no,
from
no.
here. My father's from here.
Nope, nope. Go back even further than that.
I literally
Your
cannot.
lineage did not originate here.
No, but they don't think that. They don't
No.
think that.
Oh my
Bruh.
gosh.
Yeah, no. So I don't know, Virginia. They say Virginia is for lovers, but I don't know.
Uh-uh.
I think it's a figment of their imagination. And they
Well,
don't
I
want to
just
Go ahead.
I just know the police there are known for like racism. Like that when I went to Virginia for like the first time ever as like an adult, and I'll put that in quotations, but like in college, the first thing I was told was like, "Be careful about driving in Virginia. The police
Oh
will pull you
yeah,
over." And
yeah. I was
da da
always
da da.
told that
Da.
driving through. Yep. And I don't even know. And I should have just drove through. I don't know why I stopped, landed here. I literally cannot. One
Oh
person
my
was like, "You,"
gosh.
or they were like, "Go back to Massachusetts," and I was like, "Don't threaten me with a good time." Like, what? My pleasure. Like, please, can you fund my move? Like,
Literally.
please, like, send the
Like,
coins and we will be out.
do people know like a move costs thousands? Like, if you want to
Yeah.
move your furniture,
Your
yourself,
furniture
oh
for
my gosh.
I've got kids, a husband
Oh my
and
god.
3 dogs. Like,
Oh my gosh.
realistically, like, where are we where are we going? So to be like,
Like,
if you don't
can
like
you
it,
rent us a
move.
Winnebago, please?
Yeah, like what? You're in Virginia. You're not in Massachusetts. I'm aware of this. Thank you for stating the
Jeez.
obvious. Like,
Right,
Oh
that's why
my
I'm complaining.
gosh.
I mean,
I
it,
Oh
wasn't
my
even
god.
complaining. It was just an observation. I don't give a
Oh.
flying hoot if Mr. Man doesn't have school. Like, I don't care. Like, like he and you know the kicker, he didn't even have school on Monday anyways. He wasn't supposed to start school till Tuesday. So, so it's like it really makes no difference to me. Like if he like it's okay. Like it's guys, it's all right. Like I don't
Mm-mm.
even.
I don't know. I feel like it's like a fake pride in the state, but I feel the same way because, like, when I was in that area, people would say stuff about Massachusetts, like everybody's in Massachusetts is racist and there's no black people. And I used to be like, I'm literally standing right in front of you. I have lots of
Okay,
people.
but being from Massachusetts, when I was in Massachusetts, if I ever met someone that was in Mass and didn't like Mass, not once ever did it cross my mind to be like, well, go back where you came
Oh,
from.
I never said
right.
that. That was
That,
crazy.
like,
That's
what?
crazy.
Like, it's okay that people don't have the same life experiences as you. Like, that should be expected. Like,
It's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, whenever people talk online about like, oh, I went to this country and this country was racist to me, there's always people in the comments like, but I went and it was fine and I'm black. Like,
literally, like, okay, sorry you came across the 4 people that like us over there. Like, I don't know.
exactly.
I came across the one, and that one made it. All it takes is one. It's just one
Yeah.
bad experience that'll just have
Mm-hmm.
your whole nose turned up. And I had multiple occasions in this state
Racist.
that has made my nose turn up, and I'm over it. Like there's no sway. Like you can't. No. Like I don't like it here. Like I.
Yeah.
There's
They
no.
try to invalidate your experience. Like, no, that doesn't make
Yeah.
any
Yes.
sense. When I was 12, I was like, what?
Yes. And that's the thing. And most of them that are like that have never even left the area. So
Never.
what do you know?
Never.
That part besides literally the 757, like I
Ugh.
literally cannot. Oh
Like,
my
have you
goodness.
traveled? Have you seen other cities? Like, do you know? Like, and they're like, I never left here before. I just lived in this area all my life. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
No
Yeah,
wonder.
Don't ever
like
plan on leaving here either. I'm good where I'm at.
literally like
Okay.
no, you need to see the world. At least see
Yeah.
the rest of Virginia. Like you'd be surprised.
And the
I
Right.
whole time
literally
I'm plotting, like,
cannot.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out.
I'm me. I literally cannot. These, I don't even know. And then you
Mm-mm.
try to, I mean, and that's the thing too, because obviously I've met some good people down here, so I'm not discrediting the people that I've met, like
Mhm.
for the record, like I appreciate the ones that appreciate me,
Mhm.
but nah, this state can kick
You're talking
rocks.
you're talking about the system, not the
Nah, I'm talking about the system
people.
and the people. Nah, I'm talking
Yeah.
about it all.
Yeah. And I'm talking about the people right along with you, girl, because I've been here for a minute and I still am not used to it. I still
Oh my
can't understand,
gosh.
like, because I don't know. It's just me. I like to look nice when I step out the door. I don't like to look like the people of Walmart ever. I'm not even
I'm
leaving
weak.
the house.
I'm weak. She said she doesn't. She's not looking like a ragamuffin.
Fact that people, like, they will stare at me as if I'm, and it makes me feel a little self-conscious because I'm like, okay, maybe am I overdressed or something? I mean, I
Yeah.
just put on a dress with a pair of flats
Yep.
that make me look halfway decent. Like, I'm not dressed up. Y'all would
Mhm.
really I would really blow your mind if I came dressed up. Like, really?
Tell him. Tell him. I know that's right. But that's the thing. Oh my goodness. And it took me, I want to say it today years old. I think it was, what is it? Kanye, was it Kanye West's song? Fuck with me. You know, I got it in the intro. He's like, we, we come from, that we want to have expensive things because we come from, like, that's where we come from.
Mhm.
Like, and how we present ourselves, like we dress as queens and such because that's our lineage. Like, why are you
Right.
surprised?
Right.
True.
Right.
The fuck? And like, what do you, don't do me? Where did I come from? I come from Queens, kings and queens.
That's right.
Literally.
That's right. Where Eddie Murphy go to when he was looking for his queen?
Queen.
See? Yep. Just like that. Don't do me. I was just placed here by accident. I'm not supposed to be here. Which is why you're looking at me like I'm out of this world, because I am out
Right.
of
Literally.
this world.
I don't even go here.
I don't even go here. Fuck. What the hell?
Oh.
Those drones are summoning me back. Don't do me.
Oh my gosh. They keep citing all those drones. It hasn't stopped, even though they stopped talking about it on the news.
They definitely did stop talking about it on the news. They stopped talking
Mhm.
about everything on the news. Trump is supposed to be prosecuted like days before the inauguration. No
Yeah,
one's
it's
really
very
talking
weird.
about that.
Yeah, it's
Right,
like hush
right.
hush. Like, excuse me, are we gonna have a president? Or are we not gonna have a? That is the question.
I don't even know.
I know we're
Meanwhile,
gonna have a
Biden
president
is
because even if he gets indicted, he can
nothing
still be
happens
the
to him.
president.
Where's he gonna go? Happy prison? Like, I don't.
I don't think you can imprison the president.
Not,
I don't
I
know.
don't,
It's
not
so
yet.
confusing.
Oh, well, he's not president yet, though.
Exactly. So it would be
Okay.
2 days ahead. So.
Yeah.
I think that's why he was trying to move up the inauguration.
Mhm.
So so the judge says that they're not even whatever the punishment, there's not going to be any incarceration.
Wow.
That's
They
crazy.
that's the same way thing they did with the what was it? What is it called? Impeachment. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
he's impeached, but he's not really impeached. But
exactly.
it's like,
He's
what? What is
Yes,
the
we
purpose of
impeached
these?
him, but we're not going to make him leave office.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
like,
like
what's the
how
purpose?
they can do things to like beat around the bush for this dude, but like regular common black people, we're sitting in there locked up for mad long. Like
Yep.
what? Like no.
And for crimes that weren't even committed by them.
True.
Hmm.
We know someone who was locked up for 25 years
Oh my
for
gosh.
a crime that he did not do, that during his trial, the person that actually did do it admitted while on the stand that it was actually me, not him, and
Mm.
the judge didn't care.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah. 23 years, sorry.
Oh.
Might as well say 25. Don't, what do
Right.
you mean? That's crazy.
I'm just,
That's
it's
insane.
it's so
Meanwhile,
weird.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't even know. I
And isn't
just
he trying to change something? What was he trying to do?
the
Change?
Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of
Oh,
America.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Oh, and
sorry.
somebody said, I was watching a show on YouTube, and she said that the he tried to do something with the Panama Canal, and Panama banned him and his lineage for 100 years from coming to Panama.
I'm so weak. They're like, F around and find out for real.
Nope.
Trump who? Like, I
Mhm.
literally cannot.
I don't know why people think like they could just say anything about a whole country and be and then still
And
be able to
nothing
go.
happened. Like, come on. Like, when he was president previously, no one could take his phone away from him. Like,
Mm-mm.
no one. You had
Oh
no
yeah,
one
he
near him
had
that could
Twitter
take the
fingers
phone away.
heavy.
Right. Like, what? And y'all want to do it again?
Mm-mm. And I just laugh every time he opens his mouth about something because it goes against everything he ran on. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, like the whole H-1B1 visas,
yeah,
hmm
how he
yeah.
flipped on that.
the
He,
groceries, we're gonna lower your prices of groceries. It's all
Oh,
Biden's fault. Da, 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 da.
I'm
And
no,
then he
weak.
sorry, can't do it.
But it was quick though. It wasn't like he like dangled it for a little bit longer. Like no, it was like immediate. Like
Yeah,
as
Mhm.
soon as he
yep,
found out he like won, he's like, okay, now we can get like to real business now.
To
That's
real
not
business.
right,
happening.
First of all,
right.
I took the money from the people who gave me the money.
They were willing to
So
give me the money. They
now,
gave me the money.
Project
exactly.
2025, definitely a thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Defunding education, check.
right.
Meanwhile, Elon's like, y'all are not smart enough. You're not good enough. You're not gonna.
Literally. So the little education you did have gone.
We're gonna import a whole bunch of other people so that
But we're not gonna call them
educated people.
immigrants. We're gonna call them.
Right, right. Yeah, we're not gonna call them immigrants, but they're because they're competent people. We need lots of competent people coming into this country.
I literally cannot.
I'm sorry. I'm just so unfazed by it.
No, literally at this point. It's like everything. Because even did we even talk? And that's the thing. So with the podcast messing up, I don't even know if we had addressed the New Orleans attack. Was that last episode?
No.
That was last episode. So okay, so New
Mhm.
Year's Eve craziness, craziness as we oh my goodness, this is like the longest podcast in a while. Hey y'all.
Ooh.
What is it called? So, New Orleans, there was a terrorist attack that they didn't want to call a terrorist attack, but it definitely was a terrorist attack. But the guy who drove through the New Year's Eve crowd, he he was black. And the news was making it so okay. So,
Wait,
because
was
of
he
his
black? I thought he was like
no, his no, his mom's
what is
black,
his
his dad's black, but his dad converted to Islam.
Islam?
Yeah,
Hmm.
and that's how his last
Hmm.
name.
Ah,
Ain't that some shit? Yeah.
Hmm.
So they were trying to
wow.
link it to ISIS and all of that, and it's like,
No.
no.
And they try to make it seem like he was a foreigner
That's
because
what I'm
like the
saying.
last
Yeah.
name and everything, and
Yep.
then so not only is he not a foreigner, but he's black and he's an American and he's military. Like,
Yeah,
mm-mm.
Hmm.
not only is he military, so okay, so clock it. We're clocking the T. So that event was New Year's Eve. New Year's morning, if not mistaken, in Las Vegas, a cyber truck was or exploded in front of
Hmm.
the Trump building,
Mm-hmm.
Trump
Trump
Towers. Yep.
Towers.
Trump
Yeah.
Towers. And that man was also military coincidence, right? But not these two individuals both being stationed at Fort Bragg in North
Yeah.
Carolina around the same time.
Yep.
Wow.
and
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
deployed
Oh.
to the same area at the same time.
I don't.
So
My conspiracies are all going off right now. I don't
listen.
And
understand.
their vehicles were both rented
Oh yeah, but from
from the same
Toro.
company.
From
Yep.
Toro.
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
But it's
I
like
don't.
I don't know, the media
I feel
wants
like they were still on a mission. I feel like I don't know. I feel like some type of MK Ultra, some type of brainwashing or whatever. They were on some type of mission because
Yeah.
they all did it on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Yep.
Mm. And to make it like a scare tactic. I don't care how much they try to put stuff towards Trump. I don't believe any of it. I'm sorry. I don't believe any of it in terms of um like the attempts on him and stuff like that. I don't know. It's weird.
it's always people that like him though, so it doesn't make sense. Like they want to pin it and make it seem like it's the other side that's doing it, but
Exactly.
it's like
Hmm.
Exactly. So that's what makes me feel like it's giving like paid off or you
Hmm.
know
they're
what I
saying
mean?
that
I don't
something's
know.
supposed to happen the the day before. Okay, so he's having his like freedom rally, I think, the day before the inauguration, but there's also supposed to be, I don't know if it's like an anti-Trump thing the day before the freedom rally, but they're rumoring that there's something supposed to like happen. So we just need to keep on our P's and Q's for the 2 days leading up to the inauguration because I know
Inauguration.
shit's supposed to go down.
Yeah, because they were saying something was
I'm
supposed to
gonna.
happen yesterday because, January 6th or whatever.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And
Oh.
the 4 year
Yeah,
anniversary to
no,
all that hoopla, but nothing
nothing
really happened.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
There was, I don't know what day it was. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. There was like a bomb threat though around the Capitol,
Mm.
but they were able to like figure it out. So it wasn't, I don't
Yeah.
think it was anything major, but that did happen.
Yeah. And today was President Jimmy Carter's funeral
Was
today.
it?
Mm-hmm.
And with that, so the flags are gonna be have to be flown at half staff for 30 days. And Trump's is it a tizzy and a tissy, whatever. He's up
Mm-hmm.
in hoopla because the flag won't be all the way hung up when he's inaugurated in. And
So
he's
he
like,
is
But
upset over it.
oh yeah, but I thought he was for, U.S. traditions and the army. Well,
no, he's mad about it, and he's like, the Democrats are gloating about this and da 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 da. But it's like, but this is just
well,
policy, sir.
Right.
I thought they were for policies. What happened?
No, they're only for the policies that benefit themselves and their pockets. But on that note, 58 minutes in, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you're feeling a little zesty, please share our YouTube, our broadcast, our podcast, all of the above. We
And
appreciate
everything's
you guys.
allegedly, and we don't know. And
Oh, we don't know.
Yes, we
Yes,
don't
for
know.
entertainment purposes only. We hope
Yes.
you guys had a good laugh with us as we had a good laugh with you. And
We've
we
enjoyed
will
this rabbit
talk.
hole.
What'd you say?
We've enjoyed this rabbit hole.
Yes, we
yes,
have this part two rabbit hole, episode 46.1 in the bag. We will well, not wrap this. We will continue our journey to Ernie on when's the next podcast day? Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday. All right, love bugs. I'll talk to you on Thursday.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.